Hey, Scott.
Hi, Colleen.
Welcome to Working with Animals. We are with Scott Eller here. He is the founder and inventor of Artie, and I'm really excited to chat with you. We've worked together in the past, we've met, and he also just won the PCIN prize and
Yep.
the best pet product of the year. Is that what it's called?
Like pet care innovation, I guess, kind of thing. It's an innovation prize. So something new and different and exciting for the marketplace. So,
okay, let's jump to, I would love to learn about you, but I'm actually going to jump to your product first. So tell everyone what your product is.
Myself, so that's okay. No problem.
We'll go back to it next.
No problem at all. So, I mean, I guess I can give you a quick overview. I mean, at a glance, Artie is the first kitchen appliance system that's designed to make home cooked meals for your pets at the touch of a button. It was a collaboration of myself, who I've been in the pet food and supplies industry for about 20 years. I got together with a friend and colleague business partner who had been working in the appliance industry for many, many years himself, designed everything from crock pots to coffee makers. We looked at the trends towards home cooking for pets, and frankly, it started from my own family pet who was struggling with nutrition, and we tried to cook for her, and it just wasn't sustainable for our family. So we started working on a solution that would allow even a 7-year-old to be able to pop in food, hit a button, and you get a home cooked meal in about 3 minutes.
I'd say the best comparison of it is like it's a Keurig for dog food, but the cups are compostable.
Yeah, they're actually recyclable, but yes, they're
recyclable. Sorry, recyclable.
Yeah, it's recyclable, but yeah, no, it's a pretty exciting product. It works as simply as a Keurig machine, but it uses a process of steam to lightly cook the food, and then a hydration process that sort of the combination of all that sort of brings the food to life and cooks it live for the pet in about 3 minutes, and brings it down to a perfect serving temperature between about 95 and 105 degrees, which is kind of that perfect warm food serving temperature for dogs and cats.
Okay, so we did saw some what a cool product that's on our YouTube channel. And so I have a question on like what goes into the food and the quality of food that you put in here. Can you tell us a little bit more about your process? And I know you have a veterinarian on staff.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question there. Sure. We have been working for since the beginning, basically, with a board certified veterinarian nutritionist. And that's important to say all those words out, because essentially this is a veterinarian, went to the 4 years of vet school and went to another 4 years to study nutrition, and took all these board exams to be certified specifically in nutrition. And she is a practicing clinician. She works in a active vet's office, and then she's been working with us to develop the nutrition side of this for well over a year, just on the nutrition piece. So it's a mix of whole foods, freeze-dried, dehydrated, proteins, fruits, vegetables, healthy grains, as well as needed vitamins and minerals to make this a complete and balanced diet for pets. All sort of brought in whole ingredients and brought in to a mixing facility that we have that mixes the product all together, puts it and seals it into shelf-stable cups that are then delivered to consumers' doors every 30 days. So it's kind of a deliver to your door system. We ship the appliance and the first week transition pack, and then each month you get a 30-day supply of feeding cups to feed your furry friends, your loved ones.
I think it's important to note it's shelf stable, and then it turns it into fresh food. And what's the temperature of the food when you give it to the dogs? It's obviously warm, but it's not too hot like a coffee.
No, that's a great point. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the other things that we went through is some of the sort of fresh frozen products that are out in the marketplace, and I won't name any names. They're all good products, but we struggle with that because we do live in Phoenix, Arizona, and the boxes tend to melt on your doorstep by the time you get home from work. And then you shift them to a freezer. They take up all the freezer space and thawing and various things. So we were really looking for a solution that would offer a similar experience, but actually improve upon that. So the cups are all shelf stable, so they can sit in your pantry, they can sit in your garage, they can sit wherever you would store shelf stable product until it's ready to be brought in. You pop it in, and in that 2 to 3 minute sort of window, not only lightly cooks the food, but then we bring in hydration at a volume and a temperature that will make the finished cup, food and all, this nice sort of warm serving temperature between 95 and 105 degrees. We kind of call that prey temperature.
I was going to say that's like the body temperature. So that's what dogs in the wild were eating back in the day.
Correct. Yeah, for sure. If dogs were truly hunting out there, that's the temperature they would be eating.
Yeah, with all the extra nutrients and health benefits of, I'm obsessed with this product. My dog would love it. I want to go back to you and, how you got into inventing products and what you've done before this product.
Sure. Yeah. So I spent most of my career in the pet industry. So I was with a variety of companies. The one I was with the longest, company called Spectrum Brands, and it was I managed a huge portfolio of products. Some that people may know would be like the Nature's Miracle brand, that was doing everything stain and odor and cleanup related, that kind of thing, because we all know pets can be messy, certainly from that standpoint. And really just started me off on a product development sort of career, and that's kind of how my business partner and I sort of got together and worked as we worked at another company. But I tend to approach all product development and from the consumer standpoint and from the idea and what's the problem that's out there that needs to be solved, and how can we make an experience better for the consumer, for the pet parent, and make that an experience that people will love and cherish and talk to other people about. My business partner does the hard stuff, which is goes and figures out how to build things like the appliances that are beside me over here and how we're going to function it. So for instance, a great example of that is that I was very adamant that this entire system work with one button operation. I want to be able to put this into here, no matter what the size, because it feeds, that's important to note, our system feeds a variety of size dogs from all the way from about 5 pounds up to 75 pounds or so. And we've got some other things that will go beyond that, but a wide range of dogs, and we'll be launching for cats in the future. But it all had to be designed with the touch of one button. So I sort of made that as a stake in the ground, and he had to go figure out how to do it. So, but together we work pretty well and sort of help each other out and usually come up with solutions. And we did. Oh my gosh. So
you guys are such a great duo. I actually really like when you two are together. You're really funny together.
Yeah, I should have brought him. I should have brought him with it. He's too busy working on the upcoming launch, which is later this summer. So.
Yeah. And I mean, you kind of did answer this question, but it is important to note that your product is not even on market yet. Like I don't even have one yet. And I know Scott.
If I can just, I'll put that out there. If anyone is interested, the website is feedartie.com. So feed and then ARTIE.com. You can learn all about what we're doing and how we're doing it, see some videos, give you a little more detail, and then feel free to sign up because we are building, a database of the first launch consumers here that this is going to go out to very shortly. So we're looking to launch around the July timeframe. So it's coming up quite quick, and we're building that database of the first users now.
Okay. And how did you transition into the pet industry, or how did you get started in the pet industry?
That's a great question. So I actually, I was in the health and beauty category. Honestly, it was a little bit
weird.
Health and beauty category. I worked for a variety of health and beauty care brands, a couple, Gillette and then Johnson & Johnson for a handful of years. And then I had moved around the country, and frankly, I wanted to get back closer to home. And I found this little company that was looking for someone with my experience, that was nestled into the mountains of Virginia. And that was my first thing, because I'm from North Carolina, and I'm kind of from a little rural part of North Carolina. I found this town, Little Mountains of Virginia, that was making little yellow and brown cans of fish food named Tetramin. Little people probably know it by the little yellow and brown cans, but it was a small little aquarium fish food, pumps and filters, and all that in the aquarium industry. They brought me in, and I moved my family to this little town in Virginia, and I got my start in the pet industry there, and went on, started that way, and ended up being vice president of marketing and product development for a large variety of their products, including dogs, cats, small animals, and birds, and just kind of developed product across a wide range of categories through that. And yeah, that was my start to the pet industry. I never left. So it's that was
You're
back.
stuck. I think it's a cult, right? That's where people say once you get in the pet industry, you're done. You stay here. And I've been in it for now almost 10 years, and I'm done. I like the pet industry. It's fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun for sure.
What's your favorite story while working in the pet industry?
You know what? I have a lot of really good stories just over the years, I suppose. But I mean, truthfully, for me right now, the favorite stories I've got are around our current product, probably because it's fresh in mind, I suppose. But there are a handful of stories this way, but one that comes to mind is a little dog named Fiona that was really having a hard time eating much of anything, frankly. And again, it was similar to my experience with my pet, just really picky, really finicky. And we used one of the very earliest prototypes and our earliest formulas and what have you, to she was an office mate of ours in our same little office complex, and she was a couple doors down. And this little Fiona was just having a hard time eating. And we invited her mom to come over, and Jean brought little Fiona, and I wish I had a picture I could show you. Maybe I'll find a picture and send it to you afterwards. It was a little scruff ball, and she would give her this pink mohawk. She was a little bit of a crazy lady. It was super fun. It was a crazy little dog. But that was when we really sort of knew that we had something about our product here, because this little dog couldn't get enough. And she just really started eating, and just not only warmed our hearts and just seeing Jean react to Fiona's eating the food, but just this, that was sort of the aha moment for us, that this is really going to be something that is going to be as impactful as we think it is, and as powerful, and kind of really confirmed that we were on the right journey. And so that's my own personal favorite story there.
Oh, that's great. That's sweet. That's a sweet story. Have you ever worked with animal talent? I know this answer, but...
Yeah, I have worked with animal talent. I sure have, Colleen. And I'll tell you, I've worked a little bit in the past. And so I was with some larger pet food companies as well along my career. And I've had the opportunity to do some photo shoots with a variety of pet talent. And I've done my own photo shoots with my own pets, right? When we're bootstrapping things in the very, very beginning a lot. It's not easy. It's not easy. It is so hard. And I'll say, and this is, I realize I'm talking to you here, but truly, we did some work with you recently, and I can't say enough about the experience. The folks that you found, the talent that was there, the way they were able to handle themselves professionally and be able to be right on the money, and then on top of that, that was sort of the expectation, and I would say you not only met but exceeded that expectation with the personnel you brought around. But I also threw you some other challenges. In our instance, we were not only looking at some photo shoot talent, but we wanted some dogs that could just be diagnosed, if you will, by our vet, right? So we didn't need full talent with, do tricks and flips and pay too much money. Because frankly, we're a startup. We're trying to save our money. Yeah. And I have to say, you did a great job of working with us within a budget to say, you know what, we just need some pets that have a variety of body types, and so that our vet could film video, because that's, again, we're really looking at ourselves as not only a food company, but as a pet health and wellness company. And so we did a lot of video shots that will be on our website soon. Not out there yet, but the launch.
I was just looking for them. I was hoping to share some, but they're not there yet. I can't wait to see.
Share with you, but the launch site will be in beta mode next week, and then we'll be coming to the launch. And that's where our vet will go through how to do a body conditioning score for your pet. So how do you understand if your pet is overweight or underweight or obese, or how do you understand? I think we all kind of hear out there that pet obesity is a thing, but how do you really like put your hands on your pet and decide if they're just cute and fluffy, or if they're really overweight and they need to be sort of managed from a nutrition standpoint? So we wanted some pets that could be utilized just for that purpose as well. And so really turned out great, with a variety of everything from little Moose, who was one of the cutest, fattest pugs I've ever seen in my life, all the way to a handful of other pets that were perfectly body weight and portioned.
Oh, yeah.
Have you? Anyway, my point is that I think we threw you a handful of challenges under an extraordinarily short time frame, and you came through. Not that that's what you wanted at the time, but it was a great experience.
No, it was a lot of people do that to me, and at least I could call you and say, this is no.
Right. And that was it. You had to put me in check a few times, but hey, you can't help me. I can't help for asking, right? So it's you can ask questions, but it's good.
Mary Kate wants to know, is your product, is it exclusive to dogs?
No, that's a great question. We will be launching dog formulas to start. That'll be out in about the July timeframe. We'll be launching to consumers, and you can again sign up now at our website at feedarty.com. So yeah, we will be launching to dogs. Our plan is to launch both cat as well as puppy formulas in about a 6-month window there. So we don't have an exact time frame for you, but we'll keep people updated through our website. And if you register through our website and let us know you're interested in a cat launch, we will put that in a specific place where we're notifying everyone when we're ready for cats as well. But that will be late this year or early 2024.
She said she has 1 dog and 3 cats. One is kind of chunky.
Well, you can watch our body conditioning score things from our board certified vet nutritionist and see exactly how in check or overweight they might be. But happy to let folks know exactly when we're ready for the cat launch, should we say.
Okay, this is amazing. Okay, so what tips do you have for other startup brands when they're thinking about hiring animal talent? So you've only hired us to do animal actors, but we also do influencers, and your company isn't at a point that you would need that yet right now. So, but what other tips would you give other small startups that may not have a big budget on how to get this done the best way possible?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, listen, I think it's about trying to find. Listen, it's gotten more and more complicated, right, to work with the influencer community, I would say, from a brand standpoint, because you used to be able to have a handful of really good influencers that were meaningful out there. Now, frankly, there are everybody's an influencer. It's just to what degree, right? So I think in the past, finding the right influencers were easier. It's kind of like way back in the day. I'm older than you, Colleen, when you had like 3 major networks on TV. It wasn't that hard to figure out what to watch, right? Now with all the streaming and everything that's out there in the world, there's a bajillion choices. And it's the same thing, I think, when it comes to influencers. So the trick and the key, I think, is not necessarily looking for the influencer with the largest base or what have you, but really finding someone that matches up with your brand and your message and is going to be able to be on the same page with you. And that may be someone that only has 3,000 followers instead of 300,000 followers. But if they're on message with you and sync with you and believe in your product and it's a meaningful relationship, listen, we're all about creating meaningful relationships and authenticity and building from that. And I think that authenticity comes through. I would rather my authentic message come through an influencer and only reach 3,000 people than for someone to sort of, be just mail it in, so to speak, and reach.
But there's some, they have like fake followers are out there, and that's a thing that a lot of brands are worried about. I have a client of mine, we're sitting next to her at the PCIN event. I won't say her brand name because it will raise some flags with some influencers, that they have worked with hundreds and if not thousands of influencers. Their best producing person on their affiliate program is someone that has 400 followers, but she influences people to buy the product like 50 a month plus. Yeah. And it's just that they have a really strong brand. They're selling it outside of social media. and they're killing it. And some of the influencers that they work with have millions of followers, and they're not selling at the same rate as some of these other people that just have a stronger audience, that are better in line with her brand. Right. So our goal now, and then the thing with some influencers is, I mean, to know their quality audience as well. So if you have two influencers with 100,000 followers and one is getting, 50,000 views and the other one's getting 200 views, like it's the quality audience is so important. I think checking the analytics of the influencers is really important, along with them fitting in your niche and your brand.
Right. And that's it. I mean, again, if you reach, doesn't matter how many followers, I think it's, I know, Colleen, you've got ways and tools and ways to sort of understand what's a real follower or not. And that's why you're great at what you do. I think from our standpoint, again, it matters less to me, the full number of followers. It matters way more if we feel like we have a valuable relationship together with someone as we're building. And we're creating an understanding within each other, and that's hard to do with everybody you talk to. I get that, but the more meaningful a relationship you can build with folks, the more sincerely they're going to be able to talk about your product. I don't want people out there just talking it because we wrote them a check. I mean, I can write Google a check and go advertise, right? That's a difference, right? Just to reach people. I think the influencer community, to me, should be influencing because their heart's in it, and because it's the right thing, and because it's meaningful of a product to them.
Yeah.
As much as we can do that, right? So.
Yeah, like a Tiffany, who's one of the trainers that you hired. Like she's also an influencer. She has a bunch of followers on TikTok. So, I mean, when the product's ready for that, like she would be a great one, because she just loved working with you, and I know you guys loved her because of her dog.
We loved Kronos. He was amazing. Yeah. So that was and she's on our list, and we're ready to send her out a friends and family unit here if we can get it.
Okay, great. So what advice do you have for influencers and animal talent if they want to work with you?
Yeah, I would say, listen, it's hard for a brand like us, who, especially we're a startup. We have a handful of really scrappy folks here in our office, but we don't have massive teams to sort through the world of influencers and understand who's the right influencer to work with us and who's not, and those kind of things. I mean, I'm not trying to just to blow your horn artificially here, but Colleen, you guys have amazingly put together a system here that allowed us to be able to sort through things from an animal talent on set as well as influencers, to try and help find a little bit of the right match for us from that standpoint.
So you're telling them that they should go through us when you do a casting call, basically?
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, we do
the vetting for you, and
that's what I'm saying. I mean, listen,
that's what you're saying.
It made our lives easier. It did, and we're not a company that has massive budgets. So we're a company that has to bootstrap and has to be diligent with our money. At the same time, I will tell you that it was worth working with you guys for all the way across the board. And the money.
This isn't supposed to be an advertisement on me. It's supposed to be an advertisement for you. But I will take it.
That's why I qualified it. Like, I'm not trying to just, to give you a free ad here, but that's what it is, because I have to just be honest and say that, listen, we would not have found the quality of talent we had and done it with the amount of effort we put into it if it were not for you guys. So I think we're looking to partner up with you guys from an influencer standpoint as well, and try to help us sort through that, because again, it's a sea of wonderful pets and pet parents out there, but it's hard for a brand like us that's small to try and understand, to sort of sort through where do we even start, right? I think once we get to a starting point, then we can sift through who's the right fit for us and who would we like to work with, that kind of thing. But I feel like your company's done a great job of sort of narrowing things down and qualifying a group and understanding who we should be even having those conversations with to get started, as opposed to just starting with the wild west. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm going to help you out, so I already said I'd give stuff back, and we're here, and and I'll see you on the first Friday. Is that?
Yes.
That's next week.
It is next Friday. It is.
Okay.
So we gotta make some plans. for sure.
I know. I'm putting it in my calendar right now. Thank you so much, Scott. This was awesome. I appreciate it.
Colleen, it's my pleasure. So if I can give it one more last shameless plug, it's feedarty.com. And we're launching here in July to dogs, and then coming soon to cats and puppies, and just building out a whole portfolio of super healthy, nutritious, home cooked meals for pets.
Yeah, I definitely think that this product's going to change the industry. Like, I have been in this industry for a long time. There's only been a few that have come around that I've said, wait, stop. This is something that's going to change the industry. And like when the Furbo came around, that changed some things, but now they have a bunch of competition. Now you're coming around with this product, and you're patented on this product, so you're protected. So, I mean, you guys, this is the one and only. Like, this is one of the inventors. He's amazing. I love the product. I don't even have it yet. I'm waiting to get it. Yep. And I will be one of the first buyers. And it'll look great in my kitchen. It's the cutest thing. It's like, look at it. It's right behind him. It's adorable. I can go back to that slide too, where you can see it. Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. So congratulations with everything, Scott. And I appreciate you doing this today. And yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. And my team who's in here, I can't end the live. So you guys are going to have to do it. I can't do it.
All right. Thanks so much, Colleen.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Right.
End the live. We're still here.
We're still here. We can start chat about First Friday now, Hey, well.
Okay, we could just First Friday. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. I literally just put it in my calendar. First Friday. Don't make other plans.
Right.
You're hanging out with Scott.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Scott, I was playing matchmaker for you too when I went out to New York. I have a friend of mine who, was telling me, she's like, this is the kind of guy I want. I'm like, oh my God, Scott. So she's gonna come out and visit, and so I'm gonna introduce you guys.
Wow. Okay. I will ask my girlfriend about that. But
you have a girlfriend? Just kidding. Now I thought. Okay. Well, this is awkward now.
Sorry,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. No. It's fine. It's fine. Well, I'll see you. I'm gonna see you on First Friday, and I can't wait to talk to you again. I'm just gonna X out because.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Colleen. All right. Bye.